N-O-I-C-E.
CQ, calling all radio amateurs and shortwave listeners. This is GB2RS, the news broadcasting service of the Radio Society of Great Britain. This broadcast comes to you from the amateur radio station of G4TRN, located in Bristol, and transmitting via the GB3ZB repeater. Good morning. It's Sunday the 19th of July, and here's the GB2RS news broadcast prepared by the RSGB and intended for all radio amateurs and shortwave listeners. This bulletin is also available on the RSGB website at www.rsgb.org, where you'll find links to a number of groups and organisations which may be mentioned in this broadcast. As usual, we have three news headlines. The RS shortlist is revealed. There's a new radio initiative, and you can listen out for Mike Charlie Zero Romeo Yankee Charlie youngsters. The list of 10 schools that will have the opportunity to contact British ESA astronaut Tim Peake using amateur radio while he is in orbit was revealed at the UK Space Conference earlier this week. Tim will launch to the International Space Station this December and will spend 6 months working and living on the ISS. The ARIS UK operations team, supported by the RSGB, will now begin work with the shortlisted schools to prepare them for this exceptional opportunity to join the mission of the first British ESA astronaut. At the amateur radio show in Friedrichshafen, a new radio initiative led by the Austrian and German national societies was launched. This highlighted that amateur radio equipment, particularly handheld, needs to move further into the 21st century and towards smart radios with adaptable voice-flex codecs as well as a more open applications layer, perhaps more akin to a smartphone. A website for the initiative can be found at www.newradio.eu. That's newradio.eu. The RSGB's Youth Committee DXpedition, DX15, will be active as Mike Charlie Zero Romeo Yankee Charlie from the Brecon Beacons in Wales from the 23rd to the 30th of July. Throughout the course of the week, they will be taking part in a range of activities, including operating SOTA Summit. Please work the young team if you can. The RSGB would like to thank Kenwood for their sponsorship, as well as SOTA, the RCF, and the RSGB Legacy Fund for their support. In Europe, 76 young amateur radio operators from more than 22 nations are getting ready to share their youthful enthusiasm for the hobby at the Youngsters on the Air Summer Camp in Italy from the 18th to the 25th of July. A small team of youngsters from the UK will be there. The programme, which is a mix of educational and intercultural events, is expected to feature a presentation of PSK, a workshop on soldering cable connectors, and a session on how to build HF wire antennas. There'll be also fox hunting and a contest with 70cm handheld. ARIS SSTV images will be transmitted this week from the International Space Station to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the Apollo-Soyuz mission. The ARIS team has developed a series of 12 slow-scan television images that will be transmitted on 145.8 MHz FM with 5 kHz deviation. The images are planned to start sometime Saturday morning, the 18th, yesterday, and finish today on the 19th of July. The images can be displayed using several different SSTV computer programs that are available on the internet, and further information is at http:// Mike Sierra Alpha Tango Uniform Kilo Oscar Romeo Golf. http:// amsat-uk.org. The RSGB convention takes place over the 9th to the 11th of October at Kent Hill Conference Centre in Milton Keynes. Visitors will be pleased to hear about 2 propagation-related lectures taking place. Dr. Ruth Bamford will be speaking about ionosongs that are used to examine the ionosphere and what an eclipse can tell us. This will be followed by Steve Nichols, G0KYA, Chairman of the RSGB Propagation Committee, speaking on the sun, sunspots, solar flares, coronal mass ejections and their effects on HS. Details can be found at www.rsgb.org/convention. The AMSAT UK International Space Colloquium will take place at the Holiday Inn in Guildford on the 25th of July. The lecturers will include Professor Richard Holdaway and Professor Sir Martin Sweeting, G3YJO, as well as Peter, DB2OS, Drew, KO4NA, and Evo, PA1IVO. Admittance is £10 for the day, and car parking is free. Details are at http://amsat-uk.org/colloquium. That's Charlie Oscar Lima Lima Oscar Quebec Uniform India Uniform 9, in case you wondered. Now for details of rallies and events for the coming week. Today, the 19th, is the McMichael Radio Rally in Carboot Sale at Reading Rugby Football Club, Home Park, Farm Lane, Sonning Lane, Sonning-on-Thames, Reading, Radio Golf 4, 6 Sierra Tango. There'll be a talking station, free car parking, and the gates open at 9:30 a.m. The admittance is £2, and there will be special interest groups, trade stand, and a car boot area. Details from Pete, Golf 8 Foxtrot Romeo Charlie, on 01189 695 697. That's 01189 695 697. As mentioned earlier, the AMSAT UK International Space Colloquium takes place from the 24th to the 26th of July at the Holiday Inn, Guildford, GU2-7XZ. A beginner session is scheduled for Friday the 24th, and an active satellite ground station will be in operation. The 25th has a wide range of lectures, as more at http://amsat-uk.org. If you have any rally or event information you'd like to see in future editions of GB2RS News, in Radcom and on the RSGB website, please email details to radcom, Junior Officer Alpha Charlie Oscar Mike, radcom@rsgb.org.uk. Now the special events news. Wearside Electronics Amateur Radio Society is running Golf Bravo 4 Sierra Alpha Sierra from the Roker Lifeboat Station in the Marina North Dock, SR60PW, for the Sunderland Air Show on the 25th and 26th of July. Activity will be on all HS bands, those 2 meters and 10%. Visitors will be most welcome. A World War II special event commemorative station has been set up in Brazil by Ronaldo, TS7AD. Papa Victor 7, 0, Foxtrot Echo Bravo, will be on the air until the 30th of July to honour the importance of peace and commemorate the Brazilian Expeditionary Force on Italy's battlefield. Certificates will be sent in 2016 via email to all stations who complete contacts with at least 10 special event stations on FSB, Digital or CW. QSL via Papa Sierra 7 Alpha Bravo, direct with $2 by the Bureau, EQSL or Logbook of the World. Now the DX News compiled from the 425 DX News and other sources. Golf 5 Oscar will be operating as Golf India 5 Oscar from the East Lighthouse, Rathlin Island, IOTA reference EU122, from the 24th to the 26th of July, primarily for the IOTA conference. John Paul HB9ARY is working in Mauritius, AS049, and operating as 3 Bravo 8 Hotel Charlie until the 25th of July. Activity will include some slow CW, but mainly SSB on all HF bands 80 to 6 meters. QSL via November India 5 Delta X-ray direct. Radio Scouters, Stuart G6CJR, Dennis M0MPJ and Claire C8ULQ will be operating 8 November 2-3 with the Sierra Juliet at the 23rd World Scout in Japan. The Jamboree will be taking place from the 28th of July until the 8th of August. They expect to be operating on all the popular HF bands 24 hours a day, conditions permitting. Look out for them. The F6KOP team will be active from Les Lincreas, EU099, from the 25th to the 29th of July with 4 SSB and CW stations from 80 meters to 6 meters, QSL by the Bureau, OQRS, or direct via Foxtrot Kilo Oscar Papa. G8OSQ will be active stroke Hotel Charlie 8 from the Galapagos Islands until the 30th of September. Operations will be on 160 to 6 meters, but no times on those as yet mentioned. QSL via Hotel Alpha 3 Juliet Bravo. Ducker Yankee 8 Whiskey will be operating from Caviana Island, Sierra Alpha 042, from the 22nd to the 29th of July. The operating site only has an elevation of 1 meter above sea level. Listen out for him particularly in the IOTA contest. See the web www.Papa Alpha Romeo Alpha Delta X-ray Golf Romeo Oscar Uniform Papa.com, paradxgroup.com. Aerial NY4G will be active as Foxtrot Papa. That's November Yankee 4 Golf until the 23rd of July. From St. Pierre Miquelon Island, activity will be mainly on CW. Logs will be uploaded to Club Log and Logbooks of the World. QSLing will be available via Club Log OQRS. Now the contest news. Today, the 19th, is hosting several contests running at 0900 to 1600 UTC. The RSGB low power contest is on 3.5 and 7 bands using CW only. The exchange of signal report serial number and power level. The UK microwave group contest runs 0900 to 1700 UTC today. On 24 to 248 gigs, the exchange is signal report serial number and locator. And after today, the 70x trophy runs 1000 to 1600 UTC. All those, the exchange signal report serial number, locator and postcode. On Tuesday, the UHF UK Activity Contest takes place 1900 to 2130 UTC. All those on 1.3 gig band. The exchange's signal report, serial number and locator. On Thursday, it's the turn of the data leg of the popular 80-meter club championships running from 1900 to 2030 UTC. The exchange signal report and serial number. Next weekend is the RSGB flagship Islands on the Air contest. It takes place for 24 hours from 1200 UTC on the 25th, using FFB and CW only on the 3.5 to 28 megband. Everyone who lives in the British Isles lives on an island, and so will be in demand that weekend. Exchange the signal report serial number and your island reference. Mainland of Britain is EU005. Mainland Ireland is EU115, while the smaller islands have different references that can be found on the web www.qrz.com/I, India, /IOTA, India Oscar Tango Alpha, .HTML, Hotel Tango Mike Lima. Also, next weekend, on the 26th, the UK Microwave Group contest takes place 0600 to 1800 UTC, 5.7 and 10 gig band. The exchange is signal report serial number and location. You are listening to GB2RS, the news broadcasting service of the Radio Society of Great Britain, coming to you from the station of G4TRS, transmitting via the GB3ZB repeater. Now the radio propagation report compiled by G0KYA, G2YLA and G4CAO on Friday, the 17th of July. The Sun continues to be unsettled as we slide down from the peak of solar cycle 24. This is to be expected as the downward portion of any cycle tends to throw up more solar flares and coronal mass ejections. The 12th and 13th were quite unsettled, with the KP index reaching 5 on Monday due to an elevated solar wind stream and a prolonged period of the interplanetary magnetic field having a southward-facing component. And the so-called BZ points south, we are more likely to get coupling of solar plasma with the Earth's magnetic field and therefore unsettled conditions. The solar flux index declined this week with only 2 spots visible as group 2381 rotated out of view. Coming around the limb is another spot though, although early signs are that this is quite stable. Next week we can expect the solar flux index to continue to be around 100 with reasonably settled geomagnetic conditions and the KP index of around 2. In addition to sporadic E openings on the higher HS band, we may now see possible short path S2 layer openings up to 24 MHz. Paths may exist to Western Australia on 18 MHz or even 21 MHz around 0700 to 0800, but these may have a maximum probability of only around 32%. Around noon, the probability of a contact rises to 50% on 15 meters. And now the VH up and up propagation view. Sporadic E was a little quiet last week, with mainly intra-European paths. From QSO reports, Propo was slightly enhanced, but seems to have favoured stations further south in the UK, with openings by the Azores High. For both modes, it's been a case of being there at the right time. Don't give up. It's still the prime season for sporadic E and summer Propo. Sporadic E is going to behave slightly differently next week, since the main jet stream is migrating further north to be over northern Europe or Scandinavia by the second half of the week. This will probably favour sporadic E openings into the Baltic and Scandinavia rather than to the southeast into the Balkans and Italy. In the coming weeks there will be a large but weak area of high pressure over the near continent, but with the main Azores High dominating across Biscay and the nearby Atlantic west of Portugal. This should offer some reasonable tropo sea paths to Spain, Portugal, Canaries and Azores. Later in the week there could be sea tropo to the east, and land paths across the continent should show some enhancement overnight and for a short period after dawn. Slow-moving, isolated thunderstorms and perhaps heavier showers over northern Britain mean that there may be rain scatter opportunities on the higher bands on some days. And that's all from the propagation team for this week, and we come to the local news. The southwest. Thornbury and South Gloucestershire on the radio has over a pop up on Wednesday. Club Met is on Friday at 8 p.m. starting on 145.5 MHz. Saturday sees the RMC MAC barbecue. The details and an email to tsgarc@gmail.com. On Monday, Western Supermare Radio Society is holding a beach event. More information from Paul, G3SBH, by email to callsign G3SBH, Golf 3 Sierra Delta Hotel at btinternet.com. On Thursday, South Bristol Amateur Radio Club having a homebrew equipment night. Details from Andrew Janet, KNA, 07838 695 471. On Thursday, Swindon District Amateur Radio Club is holding its summer barbecue. Contact Johnson, Mike 0 Zulu Golf Bravo, by email to callsign M0ZGB at btinternet.com. News for that part of Wales coverage. And that ends this week's GB2RS news broadcast, compiled by the Radio Society of Great Britain, which represents amateur radios and radio amateurs within the United Kingdom and internationally. News items for GB2RS should be sent to RSGB headquarters as much as possible. The deadline is 10 a.m. on Thursday. You may contact our news desk by phone on 01234 832 700 or fax them on 01234 831 496. If using email, please send general news items and regional news to our Radcom and GB2RS to radcom@rsgb.org.uk. The RSGB retains the copyright to the material transmitted. Information about amateur radio or the latest GB2RS broadcast schedule can be obtained by sending an A45 stamp test envelope indicating your requirements to the Radio Society of Great Britain, number 3, Abbey Court, Fraser Road, Priory Business Park, Centre, postcode 90 Kilo 44, 3 Whiskey Hotel. Website www.rsgb.org. This broadcast is recorded and the reader may not be available to take calls. We shall see. First one. Until next Sunday, 7/3, have a good week from the GB2RS news team.
G4NKT. Hey, pilot. Yes, good morning. G4TRS. G3TKF, G4TRS. Good morning, morning, John. Thanks for the news. Yeah, we're very well. Excellent. Congratulations. And John, 20CRI is listening as well up in Gloucestershire. So briefly round to you, John. I don't know if you're a bit scratchy into the repeater, but hope you managed to copy it all okay. Over to you, John. 20CRI in the group G3TKF.
Hi, Robin. Hi, John. John, 2CRI. Yeah, I heard it all very well, sitting up on top of a hill. And excellent job. Well done. Round to you, John.
Yeah. Good to hear you, John. Fully quieting in. I very nearly a chapter of accident. Somehow I managed to upload a file which was in stereo. Have to work out how I did that. It's come over pretty well. Worth all the effort, I think. I've been following myself on the script. There's a couple of things I want to talk to Matt about. He'll probably be doing it, but yeah, and I hope things are okay with you, John. Probably don't want to talk about them on the box. Just a yay or nay will do. Well, perhaps you don't even need that because you wouldn't be out on top of a hill if anything serious were going on. So quickly back to you, and then I'll put it round. We got the two dates on as well. 20CRI, G4TRN.
G4TRN, 20CRI. Yeah, thanks for that. And in the waiting mode, so hence time to sit up a hill for half an hour. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for that. Just waiting to see, really. Yeah, fantastic broadcast. I couldn't tell whether it was stereo, of course, but it sounded okay from me. I hope I can match it one of these days soon. Back to you.
Yeah, G4TRN. Well, the point is the box can't read a stereo file. Matt managed to sort it out about 7:45 this morning. I knew it was stereo. I didn't think it would matter, and I didn't know how it had happened, and I didn't bother. So there we go. Otherwise the format was right. So well, fingers crossed, as they say. We hope things work out all right. See who else there is. Dave, G4NKT. Changed to hear you fully quieting, G4TRN.
Okay, John. Yes, very good morning. G4NKT. Excellent, John. I can't tell you how much better it is. You were sort of 2x1, when you were doing Simplex. And this is just great. I got the news. It was really, really good. Mind you, the content hasn't improved. The format and the content. But that's out of your remit, John. But many, many congratulations for all the effort you must have put in. Must have been a bit of a sharp learning curve. It is appreciated, believe you me, from this end. It's the first time I've heard the news on 77s from Timsbury, so many, many congratulations, John. G4TRN, G4NKT.
G4TRN, well, thanks for that, Dave. Yes. We went to bed around 1 o'clock last night, trying to make the internet connection work. And email from Matt after I'd sent in a thing saying, can't make it work, so I'm very sorry, switched it off. Everything has been like that. You know, there are so many parameters to fiddle, and even making the audio file is difficult. And would you believe it took a quarter of an hour to load up to the repeater. So we are there. We got the opportunity for an natter up to it. Very good to hear you. I think Timsbury's DX on 77 today, but I've worked a guy up over the Cotswold Scarp up near Swindon. But yes, I'm quite tickled, and it's the wife is quite pleased too. She stuck her head round the door and said, will I be able to start the car? Are you transmitting? I said, no. That's the whole point of what I've been messing with for the past 3 days, more or less continuously, is I'm not transmitting. I'm sitting here listening to myself. The 77 jams the radio fault for her car. G4NKT, G4TRN.
Yes, well, I never realised that your ex-wife was making such a deep sacrifice, John. It's incredible, all these little gadgets and gizmos. Anyway, you cracked it, John. It was really, really good. You know, as I say, said to Robin on Skype that you were sort of 60 over 9 here. But yeah, these always are very, very, very good, don't get me wrong. And that's why it's such good, it's really good that you've gone over to ZB and you cracked all the problems there. Okay, John, I won't hold it. Other stations, I know HDJ, they wanted to come in as well. But perhaps I'll pass it around to Robin. Maybe he wants a quick word, and then, but I shan't be coming back, John. But as I say, very well done, and thank you very much for all the effort, John. G4TRN, G4NKT, Silent English, your best 73s, and catch you again next Sunday, John. Bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers, Dave. Take it, Robin. Oh, Robin's gone. G0 HDJ, G4TRN. Or is it M0? It's M0, isn't it, Dave?
Make sure it fits. M0, yeah, no, I'm not that old. Criticism, right? Oh, sorry. Criticism, acoustics might need playing with, John. There's a bit of an echo. You know, it sounds like a tire, if you know what I mean. I have recorded that, actually, but, don't know, perhaps you could put some three-piece suite or pull the curtains over or something like that, you know. But very good, and you've extended your range, haven't you? Very good. Excellent. Very enjoyable to listen to. There's nothing to report from the club I usually advertise. Same as last week, John. Alright, anyway, I'll let you go. Thanks for taking the trouble. And we'll catch you on this frequency next week. M for HDJ.
Yeah, okay. Room acoustic noted. Yeah, so recording in the day, the test recordings I made were in the evening with the curtain closed. It's made a difference. That the system needs tweaking, but it took so long that I was not going to repeat any of it. And there's another thing which you don't consider is when you make a recording and you've got the opportunity to edit it, you do. So it will take you 20 minutes to read it. You then spend 45 minutes polishing it. Oh dear. I'll get on top of it for next time. So we'll say cheers, Dave. there were perhaps other people wanting to use the box at 9:30. Is there anybody else out there? Anybody outside the immediate Bristol area who's not used to hearing the RSGB news on 70 centimetres? QRZ. Dare I say that on a repeater? G4RS.
Good morning. The time is 10 o'clock a.m.
Oh, that's Asterisk Allison, I'm told. Good morning. No takers. So I'll say cheers to you all. You hear me do it live at 10:30 on 2 meters if you don't mind to. And I need to wet my whistle. Well, I don't, but it's a habit. G4TRN.
G7I Q3. Yeah, cheers for the news, John. It's nice to hear a bit of activity on here. And, is it not possible to do a live broadcast, or is that the way it works? That it's preference to do a recording, or I suppose there's a reason behind it. But as you say, if you make a bit of a clanger with a recording, you can always edit it. Okay.
I think I've got it, I'll check. G4TRN, yeah, I think you were there, John, CRI. Adrian IQJ was my two at the top of you. No, the form for repeaters is for it to go out as a recording. I'll leave you to work out the reasons why that should be. I'm not going to talk about it over the air. So there we go. I don't make many mistakes, but it avoids you having to stop and clear your throat and things. And there's a few funny things that I decided to take out. It could have gone out as it was, but first time you try and make a decent job of it. Stand by, Adrian. John 2E0CRI. You were swamped on the last transmission. G4TRN.
NOICD.
That is an announcement saying that the internet connection has been disconnected.
Great signal received up here in Gloucester, up on the ridge. Sadly, I can't get it because I live below and behind the hill. I can't get it from home, but Robin's on the case for providing me with, or pointing me out something that will sort that out, so I don't have to drive all the way up to the top of the world to hear you, or indeed hear myself in the future, perhaps. Yes, the editing facility is terrific. It makes for a more polished broadcast, I think, for people to listen to. I things heard about a couple of people in the science world I know. Robin and I were talking on text while that was all going on, because I know a few people involved with sporadic E, so coronal mass ejections and all that stuff. But there we are. Okay, I'm going to drive back down the hill now and look forward to talking again soon. 2 Echo 0 CRI mobile.
Yeah, roger, John. Well, hope the day goes well. And I'm not sure. I should probably monitor the transmission the next few times. When you feel ready to do one yourself, let me know. Script is downloadable on the RSGB website. Late on Friday afternoon onwards, and I can send you details of what we call the top and the tail. Anyhow, bye for now. I think David's gone. Robin, quick one from you, and then there's a few things I need to do before I get started on 2 meters at 10:30. If you're still there, Robin. Mine's gone a blank. G3TKF, G4TRS.
sure Robert's in the shower now. 2 Echo 0 CRI, I'm signing off.
Yes, because I ought to be. Okay. Cheers, John. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Adrian. 2 days not there. I think it's a case of whoosh or something. G4TRN signing, having a quick listen before closing down on 70 cents. G4TRN.
Cheers, John.
Mike 1, Charlie Echo Lima. You still by the frequency, Mike? G7I, UJ. M0H DJ. You still by, Dave? G7I, UJ.
Pip's still me head in. I can't work out the Pip. Yeah. He's probably fell off his perch. He said he's gone back to bed. Oh yeah, alright. Sorry about the rally, but it's one of those things, you know what I mean? Bit of grease. M0HDJ.
Yeah, it seemed to be a bit of QRM on here as well. But, yeah, I didn't see you at the through rally. I kept my eyes open. It was the usual over there. I mean, quite a selection and variety of things. Although the bigger traders, you know, you don't get so many of the big boys about these days, do you? It's more, you know, the independents and the smaller ones, but yeah, good rally. Didn't seem to be so many there this year, but perhaps the weather put a lot of people off, because as I left here to pick Dennis up, it was tiddling down with rain. It went off a bit time I got to Bath to pick Den up, and then when we got to Froome it was drizzling, but within half an hour of being there it all went over, so whether that was something to do with it, the rain put people off, but yeah, quite enjoyable, as usual. Kept away from one or two bully boys, you know, wooden spoon servers, but one particular amateur, his eyes nearly popped through his glasses when I walked in. I don't know what they were expecting. World War III or something like that. G7I QJ.
M0HDJ, yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? There's a lot of it going on. We're experiencing it on the other one. This one up, BS. A lot of ghosting. People disappeared. And I can imagine why, but it's one of the things you don't talk about on the air, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't no point in me going down it, really. I couldn't. It's like looking at sweets in the shop window, you know what I mean? Bit like that. Couldn't after that. Therefore I was stayed away. I did a bit of shopping last week, radio-wise. Got some bits up at the barbecue, our barbecue. To keep me happy. So I've got to spend some money on this. The microphone's a bit iffy on this. So I
we're going to get a new one or get it repaired. Hopefully I can get it repaired and send me a small fortune. M0HDJ. Yeah, was that the live one? Or was that a recording? Yeah, well that's the trouble with it. I mean, as you know, mate, I like the straightforward radios, at least with these PMRs I use. They're the conventional 4-pin, you know. But you get some of these modern radios now, oh dear, and you know, with these ex-PMRs, all you've got to work out is you get the right impedance, because there are low impedance and high impedance microphones. So you just got to work out what you've got, a high or a low one. And then it's just a case of, you know, wiring the appropriate microphone. Work out which is your TX, RX, common, and ground. And away you go, you know. Not expensive, but you get these modern radios with all the multi-function buttons on the handpiece. You know, I've seen them with 8 and 10 pin connections. Oh dear, absolute nightmare, you know. And as you say, if you can't get them repaired, then the only alternative is a new one. And if you've got to go back to the manufacturer, you know, you're going to be paying silly money, aren't you? You know, it's not sort of just 10, 15, 20 pounds. You know, you're talking 70, 80, 90, 100 or more even, just for a microphone. And but there, that's how they make their money nowadays, isn't it? Not on the basic product they sell. I mean, that goes for a lot of things in life. It's not just they cut down the price of the basic product, and how they make their money is on the accessories and on the spares. G7IQJ in the group, round to one cell. I don't know, I'm trying to work out how it works this week, so I just come back straight away to see for the blasted news. There was lots of it noises. Go buy a Chinese radio. Go put them in on the microphone's dirt cheap, but it's much better than flipping buying the what you call it, isn't it? That's where I go now. I don't know if there's a Chinese HF radio out there. I think there's mobiles out there, and handhelds and all the rest of it. And I see mobiles rather than 50 quid. I saw one which was interesting. I looked at this mobile, I thought, I recognise that. It's a Yaesu 8900. And it's now got a Chinese name on it. And the prices of the microphones is very reasonable. So you could choose one of those microphones in radio, it costs a quarter the price. It was about 15 quid. Where the Yaesu one costs about 60 quid. I don't know why I don't run USB sockets on it. USB, because USB's only got 4. There's 4 of these 4 pins on a USB. Look at all the information that you can run through a USB. Oh well. Carry on. Why they got multiple ones, whatever. The one on this radio, I just every so often I change the cable around. I've got 2 ends on it. Just take the microphone off and change to put the cable the other way around and just connect it back in. So I did that last week. I don't know why that did it. I even had it in the bunny box with taking the microphone off. That's silly. But yeah, that's how it is. So I don't know. After listening to the news, what's all this youngster stuff on there? What the hell are the youngsters? I remember hearing that a long time ago, but I don't know what a youngster is. Any ideas, Dave? That must be else. On. No, G7IQJ. Identifying. No, I think what it is, Mike, it was the, it had been advertised, mine. I mean... on here. But, you know, it was suggested some time there. But, it's only recently it's been confirmed. And I think what it is, you know, like anything new, probably word hasn't got around 100%. And what was happening, all, as you say, all they year pips, there was pips going on.